My homestead. It always seems like it's never clean. I just got my jackets lined up, my bins all situated, stuff put away in the cupboard. Let's see. We cleaned off this wall. This used to have 2 shelves and a bunch of mess. We neatened up our bookshelves. But a homestead is never clean because it's always being worked on. So we have a girl who's taking some beans that we dried and putting them into there. Pony beans, but as you can see, there's a bunch of mess all around there. Part of homesteading. We have a beautiful cook stove boiling down some broth. Let's see, we're going to come in this way. So you have tidbits of cleanliness and yet lots of working parts. And then we have some garlic. We've already planted our garlic. She is putting this garlic in that bowl. Later I'll take the food processor, grind it all up, and make some garlic that I'd put in the fridge. Let's see if okay. Make it like this. So grind it up and put it with oil, and then we use that for meals and such. And then you come into a room like this, and I organized all these behind me the other day, so it looks so nice. Get all the kids' stuff all organized in here. And we have a baby playing. Yeah. She's playing with the toys. And then some people were working on clearing counters today. But then there's always new soap today that was made. There is, my daughter made oatmeal, rosemary, and plain oats milk soap. My daughter the other day, this looks like lemongrass, blueberry, and I forget the last one. So that's all soap stuff there. Then my other daughter was working in the kitchen, and I have no carrots that were canned, so the other day I bought them. They were on sale. I bought some when I was at Sam's Club, and she canned those this morning, so we got 36 pints of those. But if someone were to come in my house, it would be like, oh look, messy kitchen all over the place. But there's stuff happening. So if you went into my front room today, you would see many different things. You'd see a pile of soap making stuff that was used, but now we just did our last batch, so I'll be able to pick that up and put that away. I have buckets of apple cider there that need to get strained out one last time, bucketed, and then put away. Other counters in my kitchen have other apple cider vinegar. Working on. Let's see. Oh, I should show you my dining room. So in the dining room, you've probably noticed before, we have sewing projects and dreaming of sewing projects going on here. And then we have preserving and more preserving and more preserving. And then I will show you if you went. I have 2 bathrooms, one maid bathroom and then one secondary bathroom. And the secondary bathroom is kind of set up weird. So I use a space in my hallway. As you walk up the stairs, see that big mess? That's all herbs to be used for healthcare. And then I have even more soap. And then over here, more soap. So what's my point? Embarrassing. So I'm just over here. I put a blanket up behind me. I just wanted to kind of explain why I showed you what I just showed you. So I showed you tidbits of my house. I know, especially as a young woman, I really struggled with my home. I still do, to some degree. I really like a neat and tidy home. I love things organized. Organization, like I totally love things organized. I know it sounds really weird, but I also have a family who doesn't. It's really windy outside today, so my draft isn't working appropriately. That's Hey, let's smoke everyone out while I try to make a video. That sounds like a great plan. So I totally was going to cut that part out because, you don't want to admit that you make a mistake. I'm trying to light a fire here and try to have a video at the same time, and it just wasn't working out. Anyway, I need to sit by the fire, and it's going to be smoky, and you're going to know why it's smoky from the other video because of the backdraft on it. I'm also working with these massive logs. Anyway, so I used to really struggle, and I struggle even now today looking, at perfection or what the world sees as perfection on social media or on even just to buy a sofa. It's why are all the walls white and there's just a sofa sitting there? Not everyone likes white walls. Not everyone needs white walls and a gray couch. I have a lot of white walls in my house, and the reason that I have a lot of white walls in my house, I changed years ago because then I can spot paint really easily. But that's just what I chose to do. Everyone likes different things. Everyone likes different styles and has their unique personality. And I think that we can express our unique personality in so many different ways. Our lives don't have to be perfect. I mean, if I say to somebody, yeah, I put nails all over my windows so that I can just have room to dehydrate things. Or if somebody comes in and they see oh my goodness, you have peppers hanging from your wall. And it's yeah, I do. I feel blessed that I have peppers hanging from my wall. That shows me that I had a good harvest in those things. But sometimes, especially when you're younger and you're not confident in who you are and what you're doing, a lot of times it's oh my goodness, I need to hide it or I need to whatever. And there's this beauty actually in homesteading, in having all these products all over the house. Some days if I'm cooking down lard, you might come in and it stinks. I mean, it might stink like pig fat in my house. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but that just might happen to be what's going on that day. I remember years ago, I had a girl she was a teenager, kind of grew up around my older boys. And she came over and she's like, your house always smells so good. And I was like, she's probably never been here on Lord Day, but overall, we're home cooking all the time. So there's a lot of yummy home cooked meals and stuff going on, but there's always something going on in our home. So my house, if a house is perfectly clean all the time, there's probably not lots of things going on all the time. Or there's lots of other things going on all the time. Like, for instance, a child who watches television for 2 hours out of the day, that room is going to look clean. A child who built forts and was playing with blocks, that room's going to look messy. A child who is allowed to color with 1 paper and 3 crayons, that space is going to look a lot cleaner than our style, where it's if I got out paint and stuff all over the place, or Play-Doh or whatever. It's just 2 different styles, and it's 2 different ways of we really believe on hands-on learning. We do not use a lot of textbooks, and I've mentioned in other videos before about unschooling and that type of stuff. But I want you to see real life homesteading is going to look messy. My yard is going to look messy because I keep piles of old wood. I keep odds and ends of like buckets that might be being used for something else or could potentially become something else. And so it's not unusual for me to have like these random things in my yard or in my home that somebody just coming outside would be like, what is that? You know, if somebody came in my front room, they would smell the vinegary smell from that apple cider vinegar that's cooking down. My son actually, he came in the other day and he's like, did you just clean something? Because it smells like vinegar. And then he's like, oh, that's really strong. And it is. It's really strong when you have, at that point I had 7 or 8 buckets of vinegar. Yeah, it's going to be really strong. At the same time, I have 7 or 8 buckets of vinegar that's going to last me the whole year for cooking and cleaning. Another thing is that soap. Yes, we've been spending this whole month making soap, but I'll have soap for all of our washing for the year, all of the laundry type products, any cleaning type products, whatever we need to do. Like, this is the base of what we need to do in order to like have other things. So yes, it's messy in that sense. There's a lot of stuff, but it's like for a good potential. So if you are becoming a homesteader, a new homesteader, or just a mom who's like discouraged because you feel like your house is a mess all the time, don't be discouraged. Like, just see the potential and see how God is blessing you. And I'm talking to myself here too, because I get discouraged. I really like cleanliness, and it's sometimes frustrating. It's when everyone in your household doesn't see that way. But just to keep moving on and keep doing what you need to do, and just try to see the blessings in each thing that you do. I hope you have a great day and you feel blessed. Thanks. Bye.